welcome back to my channel, guys. I think this is a time where a lot of the students have started focusing on the entrance exams. I also posted a video with Dhruv recently, because of which a lot of the students started getting attracted to my channel. And a lot of students started asking me how to prepare for BITSAT, for VIT, for JEE mains. So this video is for the students as well as for the parents who want to help their children out. And I think by the time I post this video, the JEE mains might have ended by I think Thursday, Friday, and both the attempts are over now. And by now, you would want to know where you stand among all the people who are giving the exams and how you can pace your preparations. This video is to tell you that the hope is not lost yet. I was in the same spot as you guys, whoever is watching this video right now, and I'm making this video to give you more clarity on how to prepare and how to pace your preparation for the upcoming exams. And I also want to give you a brief on the upcoming exams and show you all the good options. Whether you've given a good JEE main, like what are your options, and if you've given a bad JEE mains, what are your options? And trust me, after you watch this video, you will have way more clarity on how you can pace your preparation, where you stand among the other people. And I want you to start being honest with yourself, because I will explain. I will explain everything in the video, why you have to be honest with yourself, why do you have to be more reasonable. Like, you can't keep unrealistic expectations right now, because if you start preparing for the tougher exams, you will just lose out on the easier exams. So yeah, let's get started with the video. So I will also try as much as possible to probably give some of my views on the particular institute that I'm going to talk about. So let's start with people whose JEE mains went pretty good. Say your ranks are probably under 10K or somewhere around it. So probably the first biggest institute that you want to be looking at is the Indian Statistical Institute, and the exam for that is the ISI, which will probably be held in May starting somewhere. This is a place that you want to be in if you are very serious about statistics and you want to work very hard, and you might not have very like a social life, but if you are very dedicated to working super hard in your life and you want to be focused on statistics and that's something that you love, then ISI is the place for you. The second option for you is JEE Advanced. JEE Advanced, obviously, if you've cleared JEE mains, is the very next step for it is JEE Advanced, where you can start being selected by IITs, and this depends on your rank. Anything somewhere below 5,000 should be a good rank. And when you get a rank of around 5,000 or 4,000, you will probably get a decently good IIT and a decently good branch. For the thing about IITs, which is very tough, is to get a good branch in a good IIT. And what I mean by good IITs are the old IITs like IIT Kanpur, IIT Kharagpur, IIT Bombay, IIT Delhi, all these big IITs, which are the old IITs, which were established much older, which were basically the new IITs are also good, but these are the more reliable IITs, which can give you pretty good placements. So yeah, JEE Advanced would be the next step for you. Or otherwise, if you want to do it like a little chill and you want to focus more on solving questions faster, then you want to start aiming for BITSAT, just the way I did. And BITSAT will start giving you admission into BITS Pilani. There are 4 campuses actually, 3 in India, 1 outside. BITS Pilani, the Pilani campus, which is the OG campus. There's BITS Pilani Goa, and there is BITS Pilani Hyderabad. So yeah, if you want to get into BITS Pilani, then you will want to change your style of studying. When it comes to ISI and JEE Advanced, these exams are like more like you have to focus a lot on the difficult questions, and you have to be able to solve them completely, as opposed to BITSAT, which is more focused on quicker questions, and it is sometimes even directly formula based. If you know the formula, you can easily answer this exam. So yeah, now shifting to the people whose exams didn't go that well, probably you should not be looking for exams which are, the tougher exams like ISI, JEE Advanced. Don't look at these exams. Start looking for the exams which are, easier to answer, which have lesser time but more questions. Like example, VIT, which is the Vellore Institute of Technology. VIT is a pretty good exam to give. It has lesser questions also, and it has a slightly lesser time also. So yeah, you can take this exam, or you can take Manipal. I think both these exams are coming in the next week. So these exams are pretty good for you to answer and get into these prestigious institutes. Or something else that you can do is you can start again applying for BITSAT and start answering the BITSAT exams. or you can start answering the state board exams. Like for Goan students, since I'm a Goan, you can answer GCET, which is being given. And if you're from Karnataka, where I'm currently working in, then you can start giving the Karnataka CET. So either ways, start focusing on one exam and start doing mock tests on those exams. But the more you do the mock tests, the more you will understand what chapters are your weaknesses, what chapters are your strengths. So the chapters which are your strengths, you want to do them like in a much quicker manner. You don't want to waste too much time on these questions because your accuracy will be pretty good. And the chapters which are like your weaknesses, you want to start doing more questions on these chapters, and you want to try and increase your speed for these chapters. And like I said, some of the questions are very formula based. So even if you don't want to do these chapters, which are your weaknesses, at least try as much as possible to learn the formulas of these particular chapters, so that by chance you can just try and test in the last half of the paper. You can just try and test the formulas and see if one of the options are matching, and you can tick those options. This is how you can ace your preparations. And one do not do is don't learn additional concepts right now. This is not the time for you to learn additional concepts, to learn additional chapters. I remember in my JEE mains, I had skipped 2 chapters because उसमें से एक या दो questions आते थे max. So rather than focusing on those 2 questions, I would focus on the other chapters which I'm pretty good at or which I've learned pretty well, and I would do more questions of those particular chapters. So yeah. So I will also share a small part of my journey, and through this, I just want you guys to realize that you have to be more smart and you have to be more reasonable and be more honest with yourself. I'll tell you why this is, and obviously I'm not throwing this just in the air. This is not like a motivational video where I'm telling you कि हाँ ये करना चाहिए वो करना चाहिए, but I will tell you my incident and how I kind of optimized my ranks. Like you have to see your rank and be able to make a decision based on that particular rank. So now what had happened for me was in Jan I gave my first attempt, and my rank in JEE mains was around 13K, which came to a percentile of around 98.6, right? And that is when I was like, let's try and optimize my second attempt. So I studied well and this and that, and I was side by side also preparing for BITSAT because I had this in mind कि 13K का rank आया, I will, even if I pull this off, it should come to somewhere around 10 11K. But I also started my BITSAT preparation क्योंकि I wanted to keep my options open, obviously. And I started doing more fast-paced exams and everything, and I stopped focusing on JEE mains. So my second attempt on JEE mains did not go that well. So best of 2 का scene था उस time पे, and 14K पे चला गया मेरा rank. So I now completely shifted my preparation fully to BITSAT. I could have, if like a lot of people from my institute started focusing more on JEE Advanced, and they were like, we'll pull off JEE Advanced because 15K या 14K या उनका मतलब ऐसे 12,000 या 11,000 था. And these guys were like, I will start focusing on JEE Advanced, I'll get into a good IIT, and मतलब हम लोग कर लेंगे अपना IIT में preparation वगैरह. But as opposed to me, who started focusing more on BITSAT prep now. I gave my first mock test and my score was around 290. And 290 से I was not getting any electrical branch, no computer science, कुछ नहीं. So I was like, you know what, I will start focusing more on the BITSAT mocks only now. And I started optimizing the problem solving. I started solving more papers. I started solving more questions. And I tried and started improving my scores in most of them. So because I started giving more of BITSAT mocks, I started getting more accustomed to fast-paced exams. And that started helping me with VITEE, MIT, and BITSAT at the same time. So for VITEE, the Vellore exam, I got a rank of around 28 all over India, which helped me get any campus, any branch. Like I could go into the Vellore campus, take the best branch. I could go into VITEE ka other branch and take any branch over there. Same thing for Manipal. Manipal, I got a rank of around 102, somewhere in the hundreds only, 102 या 103 ऐसे type का कुछ तो. And it was any campus, any branch again. Like I could take the Manipal main campus, any branch, computer science कुछ भी ले सकता था मैं. And for BITSAT, I got a score of around 322, which helped me get any branch in the Goa campus and Hyderabad campus except CS, computer science. And in the Pilani campus, I could get any branch except electronics and electrical and CS. So most of the other branches were open to me. And most of the other students who were now focusing, who were before focusing on IIT, JEE Advanced and all of that, these guys did not get the IIT like rank also, and they came to the BITSAT exam and they got like a lesser rank than me. So this is why I'm telling you, try to be honest with yourself. Imagine if I had got a rank of 14,000, 15,000, and I was only focusing on JEE Advanced, my mindset would have been to bring the rank down to 7,000, 8,000, and I still wouldn't have got any IIT, right? Because you need a very good rank of around 1,000 or 2,000 to get into an IIT. So I had to be more reasonable. I did not get demotivated over there. I became more reasonable on the contrary, and I started focusing on my open options. Whatever is good for me, I try to make it better, right? As opposed to trying to scale on the whatever is bad, trying to make it mediocre. Instead of that, try to focus on whatever is good for you and try to make it better. So yeah, I think this is the whole video. I had not got time to make videos for a couple of days. I have been fully busy this week. I After I heard that the JEE main both the attempts are over, I remember being super confused and I didn't know what to do, how to do. My dad motivated me, so I made this video for all of you guys, hoping that most of you guys get clarity on this and understand where to focus your efforts on. Like, I tried to pull my score from 290 to 322. If you guys are probably on 300s, you can easily get it to 340s, 350s. So don't worry about anything. Try to just focus on your attempts. Don't keep thinking, because if you keep thinking, your thoughts will just give rise to more thoughts, but as opposed to your actions, which will give rise to more clarity. So yeah, I think that's about it. Thank you if you watched the video till the end, and share this with as many people for whom this video would be relevant and who can probably optimize their whole preparation. So yeah, see you.